Okay, so I find it interesting. This is a rant video. I find it interesting that you have 50 states in the United States. You have some states that cater more to the children as far as resources, outlets, and things that they could use to benefit them overall. And then you have states that do not cater to the children, so they only have a DH or counseling and therapy situations. Okay, well, my thing is, you have so much money coming out of one area as far as a city or a town, and that money, as far as taxes, is being put in areas where it shouldn't be. My thing is, if you are taking away the resources, the recreational centers, the things that keep kids busy, to keep them out of trouble, to keep them elevating in their selves, learning, creating, if that's even possible, instead of using the money for your personal gain with all of these different technology centers that's sitting up there wiping out our water systems, not to mention the actual increment the increments of water that we'll be able to intake. So as much as technology is elevating, the actual humans itself is suffering because it's taken away things that we actually need to be beneficial as a whole. Now get back to the kids. You got police officers wanting to protect, right? Okay, they're protecting the community. You have kids that's making decisions to do things on their own. Children, okay? This is why they have programs to help them to change, to become better, okay? But also within these systems, they want to chastise you as a parent for wanting the resources that you need to help your children in the best way possible. So, for an example, if you have children that's being disobedient, they're not listening, and you as a parent have what you need and you have sourced outside resources as much as possible through counseling, through different resources that was beneficial in the moment, when you have recommendations and you're going through it just to try it to see if it works, it's not changing anything. But what I do understand is, if you have a program that's actually catered to a child, okay, meaning, okay, a lot of places don't have runaway homes that kids can go to for their safety if they do want to away from home. Not to mention, okay, scared straight programs was around to teach kids, okay, what the possibilities of what could happen as far as your actions and your decisions, and repetitively. Okay, I digress, to go in a different route. If you gave the kids a recreational center that dealt more in creation, whether it be music, writing, drawing, sewing, uh, construction, building, engineering, a lot of different things and a lot of different avenues. If every city and town, states had programs that cater to creation, learning, elevation, I think we would have an elevation issue with the children. It's a lot of them that don't want to read and write. But why? It's because they're fighting with technology and they're sitting up there giving information. Okay, so AI is giving information for the kids not to think for themselves, not to critically ask questions to actually learn why it is. To elevate in a sense of spirituality, I wouldn't say you always need the mom and the dad, because the mom and the dad does not always agree to one thing. Okay, and when I say that one thing, it could be the divine source aspect of it, it could be the righteousness path of it all, it could be just, being an overall good person. And we all make mistakes. Having kids with people that we later change as far as a decision. We wished we wouldn't have had children with that one individual. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes life that much harder, with their DNA, the things that they're actually doing in their lives that's affecting you personally. People say other actions don't affect your actions, when it does, especially when you share children. Okay, so then the aspect of me being a single parent raising my kids by myself with no help at all, no family. So when I say immediate family, I'm only talking about my children. So it's three, me and my two children. Okay, it's just us and divine source, and that's where I'll stay. That is my peace, and that's where I'll be. Okay, because you can't trust outside sources. You can't. You got people always wanting to change your mind, wanting to change your decision, and wanting to change your path. That is not their right to do so. Okay, it's not. It's okay to sit up there and talk to somebody about what you're going through, but to sit up there and turn it around like, well, maybe this isn't what you're supposed to be doing, type thing. Well, maybe you should worry about what you're supposed to be worried about. That's why I don't talk to people. That's why I don't hang around people. Like, I just speak to source at this point. But I'm ranting about kids falling behind in school, falling behind in critical thinking, falling behind in just asking questions when they're very valid. Not to mention children running towards danger when they sit up there promoting bad is good and good is bad. That alone has stuck with me for a few years. If that's what they're promoting, we're in a fucked up situation. But again, overall, how are we as a collective going to elevate past it so the kids can actually grow and learn? Just curious. You have all of these different politicians. They want us to vote. But what are they changing to make things better? What are they changing? The salaries are not increasing. The fact that people's homes cost an arm and a leg. It don't matter if you're in an apartment. It don't matter if you're in a house. It all costs an arm and a leg. But why? Why? Why are you making it so hard to where we can't sustain with the bare minimum? I mean, I'm going to only go back to the 90s, going back to the early 1900s. It didn't cost much for them to live life peacefully. Just shelter, water, food, clothing. In addition, just to a little bit of funds, you know what I'm saying, to keep you sane and stable compared to now. Look at all the different changes, all the different things that they done took. When I was a child, they had a lot of different resources for us. These kids don't have many resources unless you paying out of pocket. So it's a lot of people that's not even doing things at the kindness of their heart anymore. But you say a community is supposed to work together. They're supposed to be able to build together. People are scared of their neighbors. They don't trust their neighbors. You know how you used to go offer some food or something to the new neighbor because they just came into the community? Where? That's unheard of. I've never witnessed it. When they say it take a village to raise a child, that means it's a lot of different people that have the knowledge and the information to help you along your journey. Where are those elders? Where are they? We need that in this time. Spread love and peace. Transmute negative energy into something blissful, meaningful, productive for us all. I love you. Sit on this, please. Let's come up with something. It can't be just me.